Hey everybody, and welcome to the show. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself. I am. So we're gonna have a fun time with this. Of course, this is big news on Pulse Chain. Of course, the EMIT farm is going to be launching in only about 8 hours time. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Now we're going to have a quick look at that as well. So before we get into that, the countdown is ticking. We've got Hexcavator in the chat there. Hey, good to see Hexcavator. Hey gang, and of course, definitely check out all the links. So we're going to get into all that too. So definitely check the links out there. I think I may have posted that. So if you want to get into Telegram, I'm going to get the link. So let me just post that for the minute. Also, I think I have the links in the video description, so you can get hold of that too, both on Rumble and on YouTube. So definitely hit up that. But I'm going to post the link to the Telegram. Join up today and get in the community airdrop list. I mean, that's pretty easy, right? Get in there early. Very important there. EMIT Telegram, and get involved. And the admins there and people like that will help you out. So well worth getting in there. This is the next big thing launching on Pulse Chain. A big farm, of course, going to be exciting. Lots of opportunity there on Pulse Chain. We got Wookie in the house there. Good to see you, Wookie. Big shout out to you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you won your golf today, Wookie. Hope you won your golf, and let us know your results if you don't mind. You don't have to tell us, of course, but if you won, I'm sure you will tell us. I'm sure you will. But that is the link to the Telegram there. Get in there now. Get in early and ask to get on the airdrop list. You'll get some points, and that's could have multiple benefits, including additionally giving you extra booster in the farm, especially if you get an NFT. So we're going to talk about getting an NFT there as well. They're additive, right? You get points in the airdrop in the Telegram, and then you get NFTs. They sort of add together, so 2 + 2 = 4 kind of thing. And of course, that will get you a bigger booster in the farm if you're going into farms. So kind of neat there. Now, other airdrops like token airdrops like Pulse, airdrop to your wallet and things like that. It's pretty neat. So well worth getting in there. And they've got a big long vision here in the old EMIT farm. So it's going to be pretty cool. Now, we may have some special guests coming in as well to the show, so look forward to that. But let's get into the big news, and that was the EMIT launch. So pretty exciting. EMIT token launch. This is the phased approach, and I think it's a lot of people have said how good the way he's launching this project. Now, the founder is Kairos there. He's already been around Pulse Chain for a long, long time, multiple years, and of course had successful projects before, and now is launching the EMIT farm. Now, the EMIT token there, as you can see, is OX32, ends in F427. And I'll post the link to the official X account, so you can follow along with that too. So that's the EMIT token. And check that out. Bam. That is the link to the token there. And it is live and early trading on that. We're going to talk about it all, though. We're going to talk about it all. So if you got any questions, get your questions in as well, and we'll do our best to answer those too during live stream. Other than that, get into Telegram where the moderators and the founder are. So kind of cool. And it's been hitting big milestones. So it's grown by a couple hundred people since I think yesterday. It's pretty impressive. So pretty awesome growth going on there. It's where all the action is at. And of course, people want to get involved as well. So pretty cool. It does have 5% as tax, which I really like the idea of that. 4% is going into a single-side staking pool. That's genius, right? And we've got 1% burning the tokens. So we're going to get into all that stuff there. And that's with EMIT. So pretty exciting. So big shout out to EMIT there. And let's get into it. We've got a lot more stuff. Let's get to the price chart. So the price chart is tracking pretty well. And we can see here at the moment that the chart there, this is a 15-minute candles because it's only been around for a little bit. You can see the big volume was added at 8:45 my time. So let's say that's 9 o'clock. That's about 9 hours and 40 minutes ago. This has been trading for about 9 hours and 40 minutes. You can see it had a big pop there and a bit of selling from the early players. And then it's managed to bounce off 70 cents, get up to $2.50. And of course, it's been floating around this range currently at $1.78. Doing pretty well. And this is still 8 hours or so before the launch of the farm. So beautiful entry in here and a beautiful phase, right? Often people will launch the token and the farm at the same time, but that's not the case here. So it gives a chance for the token to breathe, people to get their EMIT tokens and pair it up in the farm, which is pretty cool. So it's up 3,600% on 24 hours, but the market cap is still only $177,000. So potentially huge upside there. Even to $1 million, right, which is like a 6x from here in market cap. So a lot of opportunity there as well. Liquidity still nice and sweet for that big move. Only 12K at the moment, and volume so far 40K. So you're getting in nice and early, and that's why I like talking about the stuff nice and early. That's pretty cool. So that is the price there. Now we're going to get into some of the token launches surrounding this. So Token Party was on earlier today, and it was well attended. So a lot of people there. And of course, airdrops were given out. So I think there's going to be 15 airdrops related to the allocation of the initial tokens, which is about 15%. And I think about 5 out of 15 are already been given out. So it's well worth getting into the Telegram now and getting yourself onto that list and start, being engaged and, getting involved. That's all we can say. So you can join up to Telegram right there with that link there at the moment. So definitely get involved. Now, for Rumble, I've actually got the link at the top of the pinned chat there, so you can find all the links to Telegram, the website, and the X account there. So definitely check that out. And I think I've also pinned it to the bottom of the comments there as well. And I'll update the video description too. So get in there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, once EMIT tokens is live and tradable, which it is now, we will then be releasing airdrops over the coming hours, which they did do. They did 5 out of 15, so there's still plenty to go. Get on that. Airdrops will be deployed to community members in chunks once the token is live. That has been happening. If you're on the airdrop list, and of course I suggest you get in there. Once you get into the Telegram, hit up Kairos and ask to get on the airdrop community list there and get involved. So that's kind of cool there. The more points you earn, the bigger the rewards, right? If your airdrop list, you will have tokens dropped into your wallet without any claim. That has happened, so that's cool. I can confirm all that. You can utilize tokens by pairing with the Pulse Chain core assets like Pulse Inc. and PulseX. Those are the first pairs, and we're going to look at that are going to be in the pool. And it's a very smart way of doing it, right? Have the EMIT token matched with those 3 pools, the big ones on Pulse Chain, the Richard Hart tickers. And of course, you can there provide liquidity on a PulseX V2, and then you can then put your LP tokens that you get representing those liquidity that you provided. They're your ownership tokens. You can put those into the farm and start earning EMIT tokens, which have not started yet, right? So the initial supply is 100,000. Only 10.5% of that tokens have actually been put to work so far. The rest of it is sitting in contracts and the team's wallet still. So there's not that much around at the moment. And the emission rate, we'll talk about that coming up. Now, emission activation is imminent. The farm contract will be available for users to deposit into and prepare for the EMIT emissions to begin. EMIT rewards will start, of course, 12 to 18 hours after the token is live. So token's been live for about 9.5 hours, and of course we know it's going to be launching in about 8 hours. So that's 8 and 9. What's that? 17. So that's pretty good at the top end of that range. Once the printing begins, rewards will happen at a rate of 3,188 EMIT tokens per day. So that's not a lot. That's only like 3% for the first 100 days. So it's not a lot of tokens from that point of view. So that gives it a scarcity play, doesn't it? Now, there's a couple of different features about this EMIT farm than other farms. I'm going to talk about that. We're going to go just flashback though to the tokenomics just so you guys got an idea of what those are. So the initial tokenomics is 100,000. Like I say, only 10.5% is currently sort of floating around in the market. So it's not a lot of tokens. 50K initial liquidity, most of that's still sitting in the team's wallet. Airdrop allocation, still sitting in the team's wallet. 10% team allocation, still sitting in the team's wallet for the most part that I'm aware of. 25% of the DAO allocation that's been allocated. We're going to look at that, I believe that's been allocated. We've already got something happening in the DAO, which is awesome. So remember, this founder, Kairos, has got a big long-term vision with this, and the DAO plays a big role. Now, it says 25,000 here, but I think it's actually going to be 20, all said and done. I think that's correct, because that gets to 100,000, and 5K for marketing partners. So that's promotions and marketing. So that's pretty decent budget there. Token launch party that was held on the Telegram was really cool. I attended parts of it. Pretty neat there. Farming preparation. There will be time span where token is live and being traded. That's currently now. We're currently in that phase right now. So you can get the EMIT token, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. And of course, the farms will be open for deposits in about 8 hours' time. We're going to check that too. During this period, users can get situated in the farms of their choice. And of course, people are already going to the farms. We're going to talk about that. That's coming up. Pair the EMIT with Pulse incentive PulseX and deposit into the farms, and that's going pretty well. Airdrops incoming. Of course, airdrops have been happening. We talked about that. And emission starts 8 to 12 hours. Obviously, we've got 8 hours until emission starts, so you want to get in there pretty quickly after the EMIT token there. So kind of cool. That's pretty much it for that. So those were the blogs there from Substack. And of course, where is the token now? It's at $1.78. And at the moment, there's 12K liquidity, 177 market cap, so super early on this. And of course, the farm is not launched yet, right? We're getting up to that. And of course, how many tokens in there? We've got 3,467 tokens in the EMIT pool. This is the main one. There is a PulseX pool and an incentive token pool and a Pulse pool. The Pulse pool is the biggest one. That's the one we're looking at right now. and there's about 300 million pulse in there at the moment. So just early days, and of course, 8 hours time, it's all going to be game on, right? All game on. So let's see how this token's been performing. Well, it's actually on Pulse coin list, which is pretty cool. So we've actually got EMIT Farm here at number 39 at the moment, and you can see that it's up 7,188% for the 24 hours, and up a little bit on the hourly there. So it's pretty cool to see EMIT on Pulse coin list there, one of the big listing sites on Pulse Chain, probably the one or two or three top listing sites on Pulse Chain is Pulse coin list, and that's doing pretty well, right? So very, very cool to see that. All right, so that there's on Pulse coin list there. So that's kind of cool. Let's jump over to the EMIT Farm and get all the details though, because that's kind of what we want to be talking about. So we're going to deep dive into that. Like I say, you should have the links to the Telegram in the chat there. It links to the farm, and of course the X account in the video description pinned to the messages as well. So definitely check that out. That's where you want to get those links. Now let's go to the homepage. We're on the homepage at the moment on EMIT Farm. I'm going to post the link to EMIT Farm in the chat there as well. And this is coming up in about 8 hours, so we're going to get to that. You were nice and early on this, so it's kind of cool. Let's jump over to EMIT Farm, and that is it there. So kind of cool. All right, so this is EMIT Farm, and we've got we're going to have farming. Stake your tokens in our diverse. In fact, I'm going to change around here to a bigger view. Let's go to a bigger view. Let's jump to this one, shall we? Bam, that looks pretty nice. And I'll start a bit lower here. So farming, we're going to have farming, and stake your tokens in our diverse yield farms to earn EMIT rewards. Choose from multiple high APR pools or propose new ones with our governance system. And this is one of the big differences, right? It has a governance DAO. So you can actually propose other new tokens. So it's not run by the founder per se, it's run by the DAO, right? So that's very cool. It's a big differentiator for the EMIT Farm. NFT emitter, you can get these NFTs. They're limited too, so we're going to talk about that. Is your digital identity in our ecosystem. Enjoy free farming, exclusive voting rights, and the ability to create governance proposals. So we're going to look at that. The DAO, shape the future of the protocol through our decentralized autonomous organization, vote on key decisions, propose changes, and help steer the project's direction. That's going to be a big part of this protocol moving forward. And the community, of course, big focus on community. Join our thriving community on DeFi enthusiasts and builders. Share strategies, get support, and collaborate in the next generation of decentralized finance. So obviously looking forward to doing other protocols as well. Kind of cool. So obviously native pulse chain farming solutions designed for you, single-sided staking. This is a big differentiator, right? So recently we saw the Vox farm. If you guys remember, the Vox farm went live. We talked about that. They didn't have single-sided staking. So this is a pretty cool differentiator here. Stake your EMIT tokens, and this is the kicker. Stake your EMIT tokens and earn EDI rewards. EDI, so stablecoin. Nice. Everyone's after stablecoin. Everyone's talking about PDI and stuff like that, but this is a real dollar pegged as EDI. Our innovative tokenomics automatically directs 5% of every transaction into the staking pool. Well, it's actually 4%. 1% gets burned, okay? 1% gets burned, creating a sustainable reward system that grows with trading volume. The more volume you have, the more fees you're going to get into that pool. We're going to talk about that too. And community governance, of course, exercise direct influence over the protocol development. So unlike Vox, you're also going to have that ability here. Our intuitive voting system shape the future by deciding which farms to add, how treasury funds are allocated, and adjusting token emission rates. True decentralized governance there. Now, a couple of people in the Telegram proposed a couple of ideas into that, myself included, where possibilities could grow. Now, security, of course, engineered with battle-tested smart contract architecture that has secured billions of assets across DeFi, including creating a foundation you can entrust investments there. How to buy, all you have to do is connect your wallet, swap on PulseX, and start farming, right? So you can visit the PulseX and swap Pulse or other tokens for EMIT using our contract address. That is below, so you can sort of see OX32 and ends in 427 there. And of course, it's got a buy button too. You can buy, just click that button and buy straight away. And then use your EMIT tokens to provide liquidity or stake directly in our farms. Pretty cool. And it's also got a step-by-step there, how to farm. Select the farm, approve the tokens, stake your assets, and then harvest rewards. That easy. Pretty cool. And the UI is pretty neat. Start farming now, so you can click all that. So that is the farming token. So let's go straight, we'll go back to the DAO. We're going to go straight to the farming first. And let's talk about the farm. This is about to launch. We've got the countdown here right now. So 7 hours and 48 minutes to go. So like I say, you're early. So it's pretty cool like that. And the yields look pretty crazy. I'm going to post a picture of the yields on X after the show, just to show you how incredible it is. So the price at the moment about $1.80. And of course the TVL there, 13,500. The total supply 99,613. But like I say, only about 10% is actually running around at the community at the moment. This is the initial starting supply, and of course, burned so far already burned 386 already has been burned out of the 99,600. So that's pretty crazy, and that's 1% of the volume. It's a 5% tax. 1% of that goes to the burn. So pretty neat. Market cap currently 180,000. So nice and sweet and early. They're topically these markets can get into the millions on the farms once they start up and running. Obviously, not financial advice. Do your own due diligence. Obviously, I can't forecast the future. Just going off a low base to a high base, right? So the emission rate 3,188 EMIT per day is going to be the emission rate here. So pretty low, really, compared to the initial supply, only about 3%. So there we go. Farming starts in 7 hours and 47 minutes. Pretty cool. Now, these are the 3 pools that are up at the moment. There'll be more pools added, but these are all native pools. What do I mean by that? They're going to be using the native EMIT token, and that's the one that we can see is trading on the market here. And then, of course, you can put that in V2 pools. So you can actually hit the link there. That will actually take you to the farms on PulseX, and you can provide liquidity over there, right? So you just provide liquidity there in V2, connect your wallet, and you can provide EMIT and Pulse and connect. And once you do that, you will earn, you will obviously earn a little bit of fees there, but you'll get LP tokens put in your wallet, right? PLP tokens, and you can then put those in the farm, right? So that's how easy it is. So you go to PulseX, got all the buttons there. I'm not sure what happened there. I lost the farm there. So let's go to the let's go EMIT. I'm not sure what happened there. Too many clicks. So that is the farm, and let's scroll back down. Let's have a look here. So that is EMIT Pulse is the first farm. EMIT Ink Sync or Ink token, and EMIT PulseX. Those are the 3 farms that will be up there. And the LPs, you have to provide LP first to get your LP tokens in your wallet, and then you can come back here and do that. Put your LPs into the farm and earn some sweet EMIT token. Now, there's 50% allocation for the EMIT Pulse, 15% for the 15x for the EMIT Ink token, and 15x for the EMIT PulseX there. And at the moment, you can already see there's TVL. So the TVL is what's in that liquidity pool, that trading that we saw. It's currently $10,300 of volume there. And of course, inside the incentive token, $700. And inside the EMIT PulseX, $2,500. And of course, this is mostly seeded from the team probably. But like I say, this is early days. So you're getting a nice early before this farm goes crazy, right? Before it goes crazy there. Now, the yields at the moment before the farm is open, remember, farm is opening in 7 hours and 45 minutes, is a 1,275,000% APR in the EMIT Pulse farm there. We got 5.6 million in the EMIT Inc., and we got 1.5 million percent at the moment in the EMIT PulseX. Now, once people start putting their farm tokens in there, the TVL will go up, and of course the APR will go down unless, of course, the price of EMIT goes up, right? So that's going to move around with the price of EMIT and with the amount of tokens that are going into the farm, assuming the allocation stays at 50x. Now, on these farms, there are no entry fees or exit fees, so the fee is 0. You can see that there, which is pretty cool. And of course, then there's the secret source, right? So the secret source, this is different to what Vox had, for example. Vox had a farm that had Vox had a farm, didn't have any single side staking. This has single side staking. So basically, you can buy EMIT, but without without buying Pulse or PulseX going, providing liquidity. You can just put your EMIT tokens inside this liquidity pool, which is pretty cool. So I think that's a pretty neat thing. Let me just pull that up. I'm going to pull up this chart again. So that's pretty cool. And there is 0 fee on the EMIT there. You can put your tokens in. At the moment, the APR is 368%. And how much is TVL? Well, it's already got $27,700 of TVL. So a lot of people that have been buying EMIT off the market or getting community airdrops have been putting their EMIT inside the farm here. So this is very different from other farms that we've seen like Vox. And you'll be able to put your EMIT in there and earn EDI, right? So you're earning a stable coin, which is pegged to $1. So that's pretty cool. So people can put their tokens in there, which is pretty cool. What else can you say about that? It's pretty neat there. It's got the rate at the moment per second, and it's pretty exciting. So very cool idea there. So we've got some really cool differences here with this farm. We've got the single-sided staking of EMIT and earning EDI stables. Pretty cool. So no real sell pressure there from that point of view. And then we've also got the DAO, right, which is going to determine new pools, which is pretty exciting. So let's have a look at that. and then we'll come back to the farm. Actually, let's talk about the rest of the farm. We're going to have more peers launched eventually. So we'll probably get PulseX peers, things like that. So other peers and some other specialty projects will also end up putting on here as well, which is kind of cool. So let's jump over to the DAO, and the DAO is going to help determine how much voting, what protocols come in, how much voting power comes in as well. So you can see here at the moment we've already got our first proposal in straight away, and it's saying add dark meme coin to staking farm. Small community yet strong part of Toshi ecosystem. 30 million dark tokens can be offered as starting reward pools. So this is even more rewards, right? Where you get these third-party protocols coming in. Worth not much yet, but dark community likes to fight and are strong holders, dark/EMIT LP. And of course, they've got a vote going on, right? So if you've got voting power, you'll be able to vote that here. They got 324 for and 178 against so far. So there'll probably be other proposals as well be put up too, which is pretty cool. So there's a lot of communities out there like Finvestor and others that could potentially become part of this farm, right? So kind of cool, bullish like that. Maybe even Vox itself, the form of one as well. So it's pretty cool. Now, how do you get a bigger yield inside the farm, right? You can get a bigger yield inside the farm if you get community points. So if you get into join the Telegram, you can do that. So I would do that and then just ask Kairos, Kairos, Kairos there in the Telegram to get you in there. Let me just find the Telegram there. So that's the link there. So you can join Telegram and get part of the community airdrop list. Not only is it going to give you booster points in the farm, but also you get token airdrops in the Telegram, like Pulse and other tokens. You can get airdropped, and it goes straight to your wallet when you get airdropped. So there's lots of cool stuff like that. You also get influence over the DAO voting. So it's pretty cool there. So there's lots of bonus benefits coming there. And of course, a big roadmap probably be rolling out in the future. So definitely worth getting on there. So the next one, of course, that brings us up to is the NFTs. And of course, NFTs will get called emitters. So let's talk about that. So emitters there are pretty cool. Now, there's been 192 minted so far. And of course, each of them has different rarity traits. And of course, they're tradable on markets like Pulse Market. So you can buy and sell them there. Now, there's only going to be 555. So as soon as they're all minted out, they're going to be quite scarce from that point of view. And they're also going to have a rarity index coming out at some stage as well. So it's pretty cool. So you're still getting in pretty good on that one. So you can go to the NFT market there and mint those out. So let me just post again the EMIT farm there. So you can go to EMIT farm and just click on NFT and you'll be able to mint these. They're only 1 million Pulse. So that's not a lot, especially at the moment with Pulse price bringing down, right? And of course, all those funds that get raised are going back into the protocol. A lot of the NFTs so far went back into the liquidity pool that kicked off the EMIT pool, right? So very cool. Founders really designed this very well indeed. Now you can print as many as you like. Now the maximum benefit you get with community airdrop points and NFTs is 10. You can mint 10 NFTs per wallet. So if you get listed your wallet on the community airports and Telegram, then the max you can have in NFTs is 10. So that limits the upside there. There's a lot of people on the community airdrop, of course, trying to all being engaged and spreading the good word about the EMIT farm. And of course, you can get on there too. That's just the way it goes. So, it's opportunity there. It's just your job to take the opportunity up. It's kind of simple as that, right? So if you get, let's say you get 3 points on the community airdrop and you got 3 NFTs, then 3 plus 3 is 6. That gives you a 6x booster in the farm. So it's pretty cool from that point of view. So kind of neat. And you can check out that on the blog. Go check the blog, and the blog will have all these posts that I've been talking about. So you can go read all the details. That third one there is the NFT one there. But I did do a YouTube video on the NFT one. I think it was the second one I did. So go check that as well. And you can watch that video as all the details from the blog here. Not bad. All right. So kind of cool. I think we've got some reads here too. Yeah, we've got different reads. So that's kind of cool. So that is with that. And I think that was going to go. Let's go back to the EMIT farm there. So I've covered the homepage. I've covered the DAO. DAO is going to be pretty interesting. We probably get if we get an influx of project teams, it's going to be pretty neat and potentially more airdrops. The farms are about to launch in 7 hours and 38 minutes. Going to be pretty awesome. Going to be pretty exciting to see how big the TVL gets as well. So that's going to be fun to see. And let's see if it can hit $1 million. Going to be pretty cool. Well, at least $500,000 first. $250,000, $500,000, 750, $1 million. It's kind of where we might see things go. But of course, you want to get the most out of the farms, get into the Telegram, and of course buy some of these NFTs for 1 million pulse. And like if you just want to get one, get a minimum of one, that's going to be a real winner there. Get two, you're even doing better, right? So kind of cool. But at least one's doing pretty well. And yeah, get in on that farm. So you can either speculate on the EMIT token or you can get in the farms. There's lots of different opportunities here. And of course, if you do get in the farms, get the NFTs, you're going to be able to vote in the DAO as well. And of course, they're looking at future projects as well following this. So you're going to have the EMIT pools launch, additional pools launch, additional airdrops. And then, of course, you're also going to have, potentially other projects coming along as well, because the founders got a lot of a lot of good vision, and of course there's a lot of good ideas coming his way as well from the community, which is pretty cool. Hey Cryptomatic, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And we've got Frank White from the Telegram group. Big shout out to you. Hey, thanks for the coverage. No problem, you've been doing a great job in there. Big shout out to Frank White. You'll see him in the Telegram as well, which I strongly encourage you to join up there. So like I say, that is the Telegram group. That's the Telegram group there. So you can join up to that link. And it's in the video description as well, and maybe pinned to the top of the comments. If you want to get into the token, sorry, if you want to get into the, where am I going here? We're going to get into the farm. That is the farm there. Bam, like that. And I think I had the chart done. Don't I have the chart up here somewhere? I thought I did, but this is the chart. Yeah, that's right. This is the price. That's the contract there, so you can check that out as well. Pretty cool. It has been verified on the contract as well, so you can check that out. Not bad. So that is the summary. So only 7 hours and 36 minutes to go. Crazy. Now I've got a special guest, so we're going to bring him on. And so let's bring on our special guest and let's go. All right. So he's pretty big now, but we're going to make him small, small like me, small like me. And we'll get his view about EMIT Farm. So how you going, MV? Can you hear me? MV, can you hear me? Are you there? Hopefully he's there. And let's see, he's on a pretty flash colors, so we're going to normalize him too. MV, can you hear me? Are you there? Are you there? Hopefully Emmett is there, and we'll see. Hopefully he'll be talking soon. All right, so kind of neat. And this is the farm that's coming up. So EMIT Pulse first. You can provide liquidity on, just click that link below there, and you'll be able to get into there. You can also click the Manage Liquidity button. That's going to take you to the PulseX farm. So you can click on that or the link here, and you can provide liquidity into Pulse and PulseX. And then, of course, if you've already got those, of course, you can come into the farm as well. But you're going to need to get some EMIT token, right? So you need to get that. And, of course, you can then put your LP farms. You can just click 100%, put them in there, and stake them, and you'll start earning EMIT. Now, EMIT will not be earning starting until 7 hours and 35 minutes away. People are already putting out liquidity inside the pool. People are also putting liquidity, the EMIT tokens in the farm here. So you can sort of see we started off nice and early at $10,400, and we also got in the EMIT single-sided, we've got 28 million there at the moment. Not bad at all. Actually, you can't see that, can you? Because I'm in the way, but that is pretty cool. All right, so let's go back to the chart here because I want to pull up the chart, and I think you guys can still see me. So let me have a look here. Let's maybe we'll just sprint across. Let's go down here, and I think we've still got EMIT down here somewhere. Yeah, 29. So let's quickly check out the chart here. We'll pull that up too. So that is the chart there. Let's go to the 15 minutes. So it was like 15 minutes, hasn't been around that long, right? So this is when we kicked off, like we say, about 9 hours ago. And it's only got about 7.5 hours or so to go until the farm launches. This is the price chart. So looking pretty friendly, $1.80. Very cool. Very low market cap still, about at 180K. And man, this thing could really rocket, right? So who knows what it will do? Obviously, I don't know the future. But the farm is coming up in 7.5 hours. TVL that could go into that farm could be very large indeed. And you're going to need EMIT, right? All pools need EMIT. So we could see some pretty special things happen here. I think MV, are you still here? Are you here, MV? Well, MV's definitely joined the chat here, but I'm not sure. Let me see here. Let's see. I'm just trying to request it here at the moment. Let's see. Make sure that I haven't got them blocked. MV, can you hear me? MV, are you there? I don't know. I had MV. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, MV? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. So we'll see where the MV turns up. I'm not sure what's going on there, but pretty exciting. This is the price, $1.80 at the moment on EMIT, doing pretty well. And of course, we've got the farms about to launch. So going to be so much fun. This is EMIT, of course, on X. So if you haven't checked that out, EMIT on X there. And looking pretty good. And we've got the contract there. Of course, it's got a 5% tax, so you'll have to put some slippage on your, perhaps to put some slippage on your buy, but it's OX32, ends in F427, and that's coming up there as well. Airdrop Power, of course, been pretty fun there as well. They do a lot of giveaways, so you can get on those giveaways also. And I did post, I think they posted the link to that as well. Now, I'm not sure where MV's gone, what's happening there. Maybe I don't think it's an issue on my side, but we'll come back to that. All right, let's have a look here. So we've got all that going on. Pretty cool. And people getting added to the airdrops. So definitely get out on those because they're always good to do. And you can join up to EMIT there. I think I posted a link in the chat. Let's have a look here. We got KRJ Crypto says, I have arrived. You have indeed. We've actually got a growing community at the moment. So we've got even more people watching at the moment. So it's kind of cool to see. We've got quite a few people over on Rumble as well. So big shout out over there. And you can find all the links that I'm talking about in the chat, pinned to the chat there on Rumble. Kind of cool. All right, so this is going really cool. And EMIT there, the next big farm on Pulse Chain. And right now, Pulse Chain can do with some excitement, do with some really cool bullish opportunities. People are after opportunities in crypto. Pulse Chain is delivering them. And Kairos there from the EMIT team is at the forefront of that right now, which is pretty cool. Only 7.5 hours to go to this farm launches. Got to be pretty exciting. So the steps that you want to do, join Telegram. That's the first one thing you want to do, right? Join Telegram, become part of the community. You can ask all the questions you want in there. There's a whole ton of mods as well. So get on that EMIT Telegram, join up as step one. Step number two, of course, is to get an NFT. So you can join the farm there, go to the farm, emit.farm, and get an NFT. They're only 1 million Pulse. So, Pulse right now, pretty super cheap, right? So definitely a good opportunity there. In fact, we can go to Pulse here. I think it's at the top somewhere, isn't it? So Pulse there right now is at 0002. So very good value, down 30% for the week. So you can't ask for a better entry to get an NFT right now. And of course, not only do you get boosting power in the farm, but you also get voting rights, right? So even if you don't even go in the farm and you got an NFT, you're going to get some rights, powers there. So not bad. Very cool. So apparently you need 1,535 V emits there to actually vote, which is pretty amazing. So NFTs there looking pretty good. Now, benefits of holding NFT. Holding an EMIT NFT grants you fee-free farming. So you get that 0% deposit withdrawal fees, and DAO membership, ability to create proposals and vote on proposals. Each NFT you hold acts as an airdrop multiplier for the upcoming airdrop. Of course, like I said to you, if you get into the Telegram, you'll be able to get that. For example, if you have 2 points and hold 5 NFTs, you get the 7x multiplier. So like I said, it's an additive benefit. Each wallet can mint up to 10 NFTs per transaction. So you can actually do that many on a transaction. Now, that is pretty exciting, right? Pretty exciting. I think we lost MB there after all that. So pretty cool. That is the EMIT farm. It's exciting. Frank White says, can vote with any numbers. It's your state EMIT balance. So there we go. You can soak with your state EMIT balance that you need. All right. So if you go into the farm and you are staking in the farm there, that's what gives you the DAO vote there. Thanks for that clarification there, Frank. All right. So you got to get into the stake, get by EMIT, get staked, and you're going to get some voting power there. Nice. All right. Very cool. All right, so very exciting stuff coming up. There is an FAQ on the right-hand side. So they're just talking about Frank White's clarification there. We do have lots of details here. So what is the EMIT contract address? It's got all that. What is the Master Chief contract? What is the emitters contract? So it's got all the contracts listed there. What is EMIT? All right, so EMIT is a decentralized yield farm and governance platform built on Pulse Chain. That's pretty cool. And we've also got how do you get EMIT? So obviously that's trading now. We talked about that, having a wallet. What wallets are supported, so kind of cool. We got emitters NFTs. What are emitters? Tells you all about that. What benefits do you get as well? Kind of cool. Fee-free farming, enhanced governance rights, access to exclusive pools with high APRs, which is cool. Looking forward to that. There's something to come up on the farms. Priority access to future protocol features and airdrops, and airdrop multiplier increased by your NFT balance. If you hold 4 NFTs, you'll have a 4x multiplier on your airdrop. Pretty cool. So some bonuses there with the airdrop. Something that's really special in the Telegram is the fact that you got that airdrop list I think that's a very good idea, very, very innovative. So doing very well. So obviously you can get those as well. You can also trade them on Pulse markets at the moment. It's kind of cool, and there'll probably be other markets added. Is there a limit that you can get? Well, apparently there's no limit on EMIT NFTs you can own. The benefits don't stack multiplicatively, though. Multiple NFTs can provide flexibility. I think it is up to 10 NFTs that is the max bonus there for the community points. It's got yield farming there, of course. It's got all the calculation stuff there, so you can check all that out. Pools and assets, not bad. So pretty cool there. What's the difference between single side staking and LP staking? It's got that there too. So there's lots of cool questions here. Governance, how does governance work there? And of course, you can emit tokens there, and you can participate that if it's staked. So kind of cool. You can create proposals. You can vote. Visit a DAO page. It's kind of neat there. What else there we got? Is EMIT secure? EMIT is built on security as a priority. Smart contracts are based on battle-tested designs and have secured billions of assets across the DeFi ecosystem. However, any DeFi protocol, there are inherent risks. Now, one thing I would say about this is that Kairos has been around for a long time. Had previous really good project that's still running today. We've got what is the token supply? Well, it's got 1 million tokens here, but it's 100,000 is the initial supply, so that needs to be updated. And of course, the distribution there is in the farms, which is going to kick off. So kind of cool. And the farm is ticking away. It's getting closer and closer as we're talking. So not bad. We've got free ES in the house there. Good to see it. EMIT for the win. Absolutely. And we got, Kairos had some great ideas for this project. He has. And I'm going to highlight some of those again because, some of them are pretty cool. Obviously, the DAO is a big deal. It's a long-term view of the project. And if you're staking EMIT, you're going to be able to vote on that too, with obviously NFTs to some degree. And then, of course, we've got the farm, which is kicking off with EMIT-only farms, which is a good idea. And then we'll probably have specialty farms as well, giving NFT benefits there, as well as the staking EMIT, which is a really big deal. Very different from the recent Vox farm we saw, which didn't have one of these. And that helps to stake more EMIT tokens, which is pretty cool. And the emission itself rate is only 3,000 compared to the initial supply of 100,000. So that's pretty cool. Only 3%. Pretty neat. So over 100 days, you're talking about doubling. But of course, there's a burn, right? A burn, 1% burn on the volume. And that's ticking away already. We're almost up to 400 tokens burn, and the farm hasn't even launched yet. So it's doing pretty well. Wait till some of that farm volume kicks in. It could be absolutely amazing. So I quite agree with Frank there on his ideas. And he's very open to hearing, a lot of good ideas from the community as well, which is pretty neat. So that is ticking away pretty well on that. And like I say, so step 1, join Telegram. Step 2, it's up to you what you want to do. Of course, do your due diligence, do your financial advice and all that sort of stuff. But get an NFT if you can, at least one is a good way to start. And of course, you can then jump into Telegram, get onto the points list, request that, and then you get an additive impact on that, right? And of course, if you want to participate in the farms, you can either speculate on the EMIT price, or you could put it into the farm and do single side staking and earn EDI. So that's your first kind of option if you want that kind of option. And of course, the second option you can do is to actually provide liquidity in the EMIT Pulse pair. So you have to buy EMIT for that, and put that in there as well. Now, if you do get into the airdrop, you'll be getting a bit of EMIT tokens from that, which it can help you as well. So you can win-win, right? Everything you can do to win-win in crypto is a pretty good thing. Frank White says, great stream. I'm sharing around. I appreciate that, Frank. Big shout out to you. So it's pretty cool. Now, if you're watching this after the live stream, don't forget, I'll leave the links at the top of the video description. They're already in the description, but I'll leave them at the top pinned as well, so you can quickly get access to join Telegram, because time is ticking, right? Time is ticking, 7.5 hours. And it's not normal that you can get, hear about the farms when they start, right? Because often the token will launch and then the farm will launch at the same time. I think that may have been the way Vox launched as well. But here you've got the chance, big opportunity to get in early, which is pretty unique there. So kind of cool. And the yields are pretty spectacular at the moment at the beginning. They'll go down, obviously, as more TVL goes in there. But the fact that there aren't non-EMIT pools. So at the moment, they're all EMIT pools. But if the non-EMIT pools, the fact that there aren't those straight away means that there's a good chance that the value and the yield will hold up pretty well. Obviously not financial advice, because obviously there are risk and rewards to this. But the chances are, and then later on we'll probably get some other pools added, maybe Pulse6 or stuff like that. But we may end up also with project team pools coming up as well, where they actually offer tokens up for airdrops as well. So that could be an interesting angle as well. So we'll be looking forward to that. Already in the DAO, we've seen a small team put up their proposal, but we may have other teams reach out as well. That'll be pretty interesting to see how that goes also. I'm not sure why that's not showing up, but they're pretty cool. All right, so kind of cool. So yeah, get in Telegram, get an NFT. You can buy EMIT off the market now, and then you can put it into the farm and start earning EDI, or you can use it to put into PulseX, put the EMIT and Pulse together, for example, or EMIT and PulseX, EMIT and Ink token. Those are the three options at the moment. And once you get LP tokens, you can then pull those in. And when the farm, you can put them in now. You can put them in straight away. You can already put it in there. I know people already that have put stuff in the farms ready for the farm to start. And so once it gets down to zero, emissions will start, right? So stake your tokens and be ready when emissions start. Pretty cool. Now, at the moment, of course, people are already earning, I don't know why it's not rendering here, but people are already earning EDI already. They've bought EMIT or they've got airdrop EMIT and they're putting in there, they're already earning EMIT in the volumes here. So pretty cool. Not sure why that's all gone away. So that is kind of where we're at the moment. We're up to 40 minutes. I think that was a pretty good summary. So definitely get into EMIT there. I'll put all the links in the chat so you can get into that. And of course, follow EMIT as well on X, because you'll also be able to get a chance to get in some of these free airdrops and participate in things like that. So definitely join up. That is the link there. So EMIT Farm, you can join up to that and get all the official details and give them a follow as well. So pretty cool. Now here's a kind of a long-term view of the project, and I really like his ethos, and they're growing a pretty awesome community. Like I say, the community of EMIT has actually grown a lot. Like I don't know, it feels like it's grown maybe 150 members in the last sort of 24 hours or so. So it really is starting to ramp up there, and you guys can play a role as well. Now, when you do get into Telegram, I do encourage you to type /link, and you'll get your own Telegram referral code. And basically, this allows you to go and spread the word and encourage people to join the Telegram too. And once you do, that helps you kind of rank up for the airdrop there as well. But people will help you out in the Telegram group there once you join. So pretty cool. Enjoy it up today. And where's that Telegram link? Well, there it is there. So join up with that one. All right. Hope you guys have enjoyed this show. It's always great to be able to get in early on big projects, especially farms like this. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I will be talking about it in my own Discord, but you'll also be in Telegram as well for the official EMIT there as well. A big shout out to Kairos and the team, doing a great job. Got some great features there that have improved, I think, farming as well, making it far more sustainable. And they've got a long-term vision with that DAO. Looking forward to growing the community and more projects coming in there as well. So it could be pretty cool. All right. And they have some pretty neat AMAs as well, I might say, run very, very well. And they could be expanding that in the future. So you could see this possibly being one of the dominant growing ecosystems on Pulse Chain with some real positive structure, which people are really thirsty for right now. They want some good opportunities, and this is potentially one of these. So kind of cool. If you like farming, maybe something for you. So get in there as well. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell. Now, big shout out to everybody over on Rumble. And we've only been on there for 10 days or so. And you guys are doing a great job over there. Appreciate it. Share the channel around. We cover crypto and, of course, do a lot of variety shows as well, covering politics and other stuff. So definitely well worth joining. I'll catch you guys in the Telegram as well. So I'll see you in EMIT. May the EMIT be emitters as well. So grab some of those too. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, everybody. And bye for now.